They started appearing about 5 years ago without explanation. Now, they're everywhere, on almost every street in Boston. Random colored discs smushed into the pavement, lost poker chips from high rollers at the Encore Casino.
They almost look like something you'd put in a pizza tray to keep the cheese off of the lid.
John Vazella oversees street repair for the Boston Public Works Department. He says these pieces of plastic have brought order to the chaos on our city streets.
There was no way to tell whose patch this might be. There had to be a better way, and that's where the tags came in.
You see, when things go wrong underground, it's the responsibility of private businesses and utilities, not the city. Those who dig are responsible for patching things up. In the past, if a patch failed, the city had a hard time proving who was responsible, until the A tag.
A just stands for asphalt. It's an asphalt tag.
Each is numbered and color-coded.
Yellow is gas, red is an Eversource or electrical patch, orange is like telecommunication, blue, water and sewer, and green for all the private contractors.
And gray represents a City of Boston patch.
It is hot. That asphalt is over 200 degrees right now.
The plastic tags can take a heap of abuse, lasting for years.
Now we can watch a machine make it permanent if you want. All right, let's do it.
Meanwhile, high above the streets of Boston, repair work of a different sort.
We have some twines in the A roof here that have almost been up the entire 30 years and never come down. On the other hand, we find anywhere from 2, 4, 8 things a week.
Now retired from a career in high tech, Jesse Hefter heads up the nonprofit Greater Boston Eruv Corporation. The Eruv, a boundary marked by twine as well as existing walls and fences, surrounds parts of Boston, Brookline, and Newton. Within the Eruv, Orthodox Jews are allowed to carry things freely outside the home on the Sabbath.
It was one of the things we brought up right away.
When Deborah and Leon Furchgott got out of graduate school at Harvard, they knew they wanted to start a family, and that meant living within an Eruv was a priority. It would allow them to use a stroller or carry their child to synagogue on the Sabbath or Shabbat. They settled in Brookline and now have 2 children.
If we lived outside the area, it would be really hard for us to invite other families over to our house. And it would be harder for us to go to their houses on Shabbat.
More generally, though, there's the consideration of what it tells you about a community that supports an Eruv. And that is nothing to be taken for granted.
The Eruv is inspected every week for breaks. Repair work is done on Fridays by an electrician from Natick, raised a Catholic.
I was like, you want me to do what exactly? Tie some plastic twines on some poles and attach some plastic things onto wooden telephone poles. I was baffled originally, to say the least.
That was 25 years ago. Dan Strom has faithfully taken care of the Eruv every Friday since, even though there's no electricity involved at all.
So this is a baling twine, usually used for hay. It's basically plastic.
Hidden in plain sight.
And electrician Dan Storm, who you just met, also handles repairs for a smaller Eruv in Malden.
Right, there are actually a number of smaller Eruvs, or Eruvin, as they're actually called, in places like Somerville and Sharon and Cambridge, other spots like that. As for the Boston Eruv, it celebrates its 30th year in operation this coming January.